Welcome back to Perfect Shine of Jacks. Today we have a 2019 Ram pickup truck, which is in to get fully polished out and protected. As we look in here, this car has been through quite a few automatic car washes, I'm thinking. Lots of swirls and scratches. In fact, this black paint has really got more of a grayish overtone to it, kind of a grayish hue to it because of all the scratches and swirls. It's just taken away from the reflectivity and really just how nice this paint really could look. So we're going to get working on it. Here you see on the right side, I've done little test spots, and it's looking really good. Swirls and scratches are gone. And as I move over here to the left side, you can see all those imperfections in the paint, everything that's keeping this paint from just popping and looking really good. Let's go ahead and bring you in close. I'm working on the spot just to the left that I had done. And we're going to pull out all those swirls and scratches and imperfections. Apologize for the video bouncing a little bit here. I've actually got my camera stand leaning up against the window here to kind of get me in close. So I'm going to run over this. The paint on this truck does not have a really hard clear coat. It's just kind of medium. So it's not taking a ton of hard work to take it out. Really only about 3 passes, and for the most part it's literally perfect, very reflective and looking good. And in today's video I'm using all McKees 37 products, and here with the polish here I'm using McKees 37 spray polish, which is one of my favorites to use in most of the time. If I'm using an aggressive compound that dries up on me kind of quick, I'll use the spray polish on it to add some lubrication so it doesn't dry out so fast. In this particular case, this is all I really need to take out the swirls and imperfections. So in just a second, I'm going to stop here and I'll bring you in close and show you just how beautiful this hood is coming out. All right, let me bring you in and show you what we're working with. I'll wipe off the residue. And look at this beautiful paint. Very reflective. Look at all the metal flake you'll see in it here. Just popping. That is going to look gorgeous out in the sun. You can see above it here where I haven't done it yet, still kind of that grayish color. And there we've got deep, rich black, looking absolutely beautiful. Really happy with it. All right, over here I'm working on the door, and as you can see that little line right there, to the left I've polished, to the right I haven't. And you can see just how grayish it really is, just taken away from the beauty of this vehicle. So I'm going to polish out this side, the other side, so that it'll all match, and show you just how beautiful this whole thing is going to be. Look at all the deep metal flakes, sparkles in there. That is going to look good out in the sun. I can hardly wait. Yes, that's what it's supposed to look like. If your vehicle is like this and you want to make it look like brand new, you know who to call. Here we have the McKees 37 spray polish. Again, I use this in a lot of different applications. Here I'm going to go ahead. You see me applying it to the pad. Got a little out of control there. But I'm going to go ahead and apply it. We'll do a few section passes on the door and then check our results, see if we've got everything where we need it. So for me, this is a little bit of detail therapy. This is just time for me to kind of get in tune with the vehicle and how I'm massaging the paint and getting it to absolute perfection. I really enjoy what I do. It's the before and afters that really are just so satisfying. And I see this kind of thing just really on a weekly basis. This vehicle does have a lot of hard water spots on it as well, which is really part of the reason when I washed it, there really wasn't a whole lot of water behavior on it. And for Northeast Florida, South Georgia, we have really hard water, and that's just one of the things that we have to deal with. So let me get polishing this, getting it finished out, kind of massaging it and jeweling the paint here. When it comes to perfection, you just can't be in a hurry. As I move the polisher left and right, I can kind of see if I've missed something, so I can go back over it without missing anything. We'll get all this wiped off. One of the things about their spray polish is it does wipe off ultra easy. It doesn't take any effort to remove it at all. Really a big benefit to it for me. Okay, here we go. As we look in here, you'll see we've got that again, nice and reflective, rich and black, looking good. Now we just got to do the whole rest of the vehicle. I'm not sure the vehicle looked this good when it was new. If you're looking at buying a used vehicle, keep this in mind. All right, so now that I've got the whole vehicle polished out, we are going to apply McKees 37 graphene ceramic paint sealant. Now, the word ceramic is way overused in the industry, but this is a paint sealant that does have ceramic properties and can last up to a year if properly maintained. So I'm going to apply it, my favorite method here. I'm going to apply it to my polishing pad. This is a foam pad that has no cutting ability. It's just for applying things like waxes and sealants. And I'm going to run over the whole vehicle and get it applied. This is really my favorite way to do it. It's also the fastest way and really ensures just the absolute best coverage on everything. And then we're going to let this sit about 12 hours, fully cure on here. And I've got a little surprise for the customer. We are going to layer this. So once I'm finished here and it sits on it about 12 hours, we're going to come behind it and do some layering. Okay, so as you can see here, I've got it all over the vehicle, covering every square inch of it, top to bottom. And we're going to let this hang on there for quite a while. I think right now it's about 3 in the afternoon. Let me check my other camera here. Or my other phone, rather. There we go. It's about 3 o'clock. We're going to let this sit on at least 12 hours and come back. All right, so we're back. It's been over 12 hours since we applied the McKees 37 ceramic graphene paint sealant. And so now we're going to do something a little bit different, a little extra for this customer. I really just haven't had the opportunity to do this before. And this is just the right vehicle at the right time for me to try it out. So in a couple of minutes, we're going to go ahead and, as you can see, the vehicle is still covered in the deep gloss ceramic sealant. So in just a minute, I'm going to go ahead and remove all of it. It's fully cured on here. And I'm going to remove it, and we're going to top it. We're going to layer this using the Crystal Diamond McKees SIO2 ceramic wax. Now, unlike traditional waxes, there's no abrasives in here. This is just ceramic and wax. By itself will last many, many months. I don't necessarily expect this to last for a couple of years, this particular combination, but it is going to add a lot of depth and gloss and some added protection to it. And because this vehicle is black, I think I'll really be able to get a look and see just how much deeper the gloss is by layering this together. So don't go anywhere. I'm gonna start removing this. In fact, while I've got you here, let's see just how easy this is to remove. Oh yeah, that's effortless. Yeah, wow. Lots of sparkle there. Okay, let me get this removed and then we'll apply the other and see just how incredible makes this truck look. Okay, I have all of the graphene deep gloss ceramic sealant off of the truck. And it sat on there for about 14 hours. And it's a little subjective, but I think the paint is even slipperier now than it is when I just leave it on an hour or so. So real quick, I want to bring you in. The hood here is got a little slope to it. Not terrible, but a little slope to it. And as you can see, kind of same here, it kind of slopes towards me a little bit more. Yeah, very, very, very slick. When I was taking it off, this was just incredible. And you can just see Try to get the lighting right here. You just see the incredible amount of metal flake now that we've taken out all the swirls and scratches and oxidation. This paint really has come out beautiful. Very, very nice, very rich. All right. Okay, so now we are going to get to applying our SIO2 crystal diamond wax. I'm gonna bring you in for that. Give me just a second. Okay, so big shout out to Nick Rudder over at McKees 37 and Mike Phillips over at Auto Forge. I saw Nick do this about a week or so in one of his videos. And like I said, I just haven't had the right vehicle or the time to layer this wax on top of the ceramic sealant. But today has provided that opportunity. So we're gonna go ahead and, using our Pixie, just gonna kind of there we go. So we've got it covered, and now we're going to go ahead and start the application process. All right. Oh yeah, going on super easy. Now I'm going to do the whole vehicle with the exception of the roof, because I want to have something to contrast it again. If I get an opportunity to detail this vehicle again in a couple of months to see how the water behavior is. And in fact, while we're talking about water behavior, I'm going to go ahead and drop in a clip right now of what the vehicle looked like when I washed it, so you can see that there was just no water behavior on it. So I'm going to get busy with this and I'll bring you back. All right, so here I've actually already washed the vehicle and clayed the vehicle. And as I'm rinsing it here again, you can see that the water is totally flat on the paint. There's no hydrophobics whatsoever. And you definitely don't want that. This tells me there's a combination of no protection on it, and B, this is probably also because there's a lot of water spots. When the water can freely flow off of the paint, it will take the dirt with it, keeping your vehicle cleaner longer. It's not rocket science. When the water lays flat on the paint here, that's where the dirt stays. That's how you get the heavy water spots, and just the vehicle just doesn't look as beautiful as it can. All right, here we go. The final product. Absolutely beautiful. I'm really happy with it. This is with the Deep Gloss Graphene ceramic sealant, topped off, layered with the McKees SIO2 ceramic wax. A lot of depth and gloss here, and yes, the paint is ultra slippery. This is just crazy slippery here. I really came out nice, and for me, since this is the first time I happen to layer these two products, definitely something I'm going to be doing in the future. So if you've bought a used vehicle and you want it to look new, or maybe you've got a used vehicle you want looking new so you don't have to buy a new one, give us a call. If you're in Yulee or Fernandina Beach or Amelia Island, 904-575-0258, South Georgia, on the web at perfectshineofjacks.com. You can also find us on Facebook and YouTube there.